Alright guys, so today I'll be talking about goals and I need to play here. So I want everyone in this room to think about a goal that you've had. It could be a goal past year, a goal in the past month. It doesn't really matter what your goal is. It could be a goal of like losing weight, learning a new instrument, or like any of the common goals. Now think about how good it feels to go home and talk to somebody about your goals that you have. And just think about the feeling you get when you go to your dad or you go to your mom and you just tell them, you're like, hey, I have this goal, I want to achieve it in a certain deadline. Well, that's actually a bad thing to do. Telling people your goals actually makes your goals less likely to happen. And this goes against the conventional wisdom that telling people your goals makes you held accountable for these said goals, because that's what most people believe. They believe that if I go up to my friend or my family and I tell them my goal, then this goal is more likely to get achieved because of your family or your friends holding you to that goal. So this isn't true, and here's the proof. 1926, Kurt Lewin, German-American psychologist, he called this substitution. In 1933, Ware Mahler, another psychologist, found that when it was acknowledged by others, it felt real in the mind. 1982, Peter Goldweiser wrote a whole book about this, and in 2009, he conducted an experiment and did new tests on this. This is Peter's experiment. The study consisted of 163 people across 4 separate tests, and all of them wrote down their goals. Half of the people told everyone, announced their goals to the room, and then half of them didn't. Everyone was given 45 minutes to work on these set goals they had, and in this 45 minutes, everyone works to achieve their goal, but they were told they could stop at any time. That was the catch. They were told that they could quit and stop working on their goal at any time that they wanted to. The results of this experiment actually may surprise you, because those who kept their mouth shut ended up working the entire 45 minutes on average, and when asked afterward, they said they still felt like they had a long way to go to achieve these goals. Those who announced it quit after 33 minutes on average, and when asked after, they said they felt like they were very close to achieving their goal. And telling people your goals actually makes it feel like they're already done, because when you tell people their goals, it gives you the satisfaction of what ideally would have happened after you achieved the goal already. So when you walk up to your family and you're like, oh, I want to do this, it gives you a release of dopamine in your brain, and you feel like you've already achieved that goal. So this is why it's negative to do that and tell people your goals. Like I said, ideally you would not be satisfied until you worked to complete that goal. And so when you tell someone your goal, it's called a social reality, and it basically makes you feel like that goal's already been achieved. And it tricks your brain into thinking that goal's already done, and yeah, you basically would have felt more motivated if you would have just delayed the gratification of telling someone your goals. Now, if this is true, what should we do? Here are some solutions that I've come up with. You can resist the temptation to announce your goal to people. You can just keep it in, work on it by yourself, maybe write down your goals, and just work on them by yourself. You can delay the gratification that the acknowledgement brings. So that basically means that if you wanted to not tell someone your goal, you basically work on the goal, and then you might not tell people until after you've already completed the goal. So you tell people after you've already done it. So there's no holding you back. You want to be aware that the mind mistakes the doing for the talking, or the talking for the doing. So basically, when you're talking about all this stuff, you're just all talking. You haven't done anything yet. So it's you haven't achieved anything, and it's just harder for you to come back and try to do that goal. Now, if you do need to talk about your goals, because it's okay to talk. I'm not saying you can't talk about your goals to anybody, but it's okay to talk about them. But you just state it in a way that gives you no satisfaction. For example, say you wanted to run a marathon and you wanted to train, because running a marathon means you got to train a lot. Just be like, I really want to run this marathon, so I need to train 5 times a week, and hold me to it if I don't. This is stated in a way that will bring no pleasure or satisfaction to your brain. The same way as just saying, I'm going to run a marathon and I'm going to do all this and all that. Now, another solution is writing down your goals. This has been proven by many studies and psychologists that writing down your goals actually makes you more likely to achieve them. So, it doesn't give the same satisfaction as telling others, and it actually increases your chance of achieving the goal, because you can come back to that written down piece and you can see your goals that you've written down. And I've actually used this strategy many times on the goals that I've had, whether that be learning an instrument or dieting or anything like that. This actually helps me a lot. It allows you to visually see them. And this is why telling people about your goals is actually not beneficial, and I would not recommend it if you were serious about a goal to try to achieve it. And so that's one thing I wanted you guys to take away, is that next time you think about telling everyone your goal, just try to keep it to yourself and see where that leads you. Thank you for your time. Here are my citations. Are there any questions? Nope. That concludes my presentation.